national champion, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So Iowa State's offense will have the first possession of the game. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him, mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press them and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times, because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to that guy.
Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to throw, it's Manning. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Cyclones! Once he got some room, it was over.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the Bowling Green Falcons offense will get the ball for the first time. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
The Falcons come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Snagged in the middle, it's Harris. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man, it's McMillan. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Falcons are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Gonna look downfield again. He hurls one deep down the left side. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. They kick it away on 4th down. Hunt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Dropping back, it's Manning. Makes the catch. It's Boston. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And the Cyclones come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Boston. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. The Cyclones started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. They've moved it inside the 10, now 2nd and goal from the 9. Takes a hit as he fires. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa State.
And that's the hardest part about playing a mobile quarterback. It's not the first play. The first play was a pass. It's the second play where he decides to pull it down, Jesse, becomes a running back, and makes something happen.
You're right, David. That's why so many coaching staffs now are trying to recruit dual-threat athletes at quarterback because of situations just like that. Down in the red zone, nobody open. You're not just going to throw it away and be okay kicking a field goal. You're taking off, and you're going to capitalize with a touchdown.
Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Bringing the heat. He's going to run it. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Gets it to him on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
The Falcons decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the grab close to the logo. He's going to get loose. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cyclones! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Got room to work.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. First play of the period, first down here. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Here comes the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Penn State is down, but don't rule out some late-game magic. With that offense and the kid on D, who's the latest stud at linebacker U, anything is possible. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Buffalo. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looking for space. It's Gibson. Got enough for the first down. It's a running move. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Iowa State.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They want to run this quarterback. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Snags it on the right. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
He'll pull it down. Open space at the 25. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And the Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's McMillan. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The Falcons looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You throw an incomplete on 3rd down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
It's good. Easy call for the refs. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust.
He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Soft spot in the middle. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. It's 1st down from back at their own 24-yard line. Rides the back on the option, the give. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And the Falcons with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Falcons line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. And here comes the punt team. Makes the catch at the 30. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football, David.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop? Down right now before the half. They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Got it in the middle. It's Boston. They get it down to the 35 before he's stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. Bunch formation for these receivers. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to fire. Got a man, it's Townsend. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains, it's at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the pressure. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the Cyclones had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Cyclones! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused, made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like the magic from Hilton Coliseum has rubbed off on both teams there so far in Ames. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Falcons will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Looks it in at the 40. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The hand to the running back. Across the 35. Turning it on. Touchdown, Iowa State. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And down he goes back at the 3.
I tell you what, man, you better be looking at your puppy dog feet and seeing where they are, Palmer. You don't want to get back in that end zone and bad things happen when you get sacked.
I don't know if you want to even risk this quarterback having to hold on to the football very much longer after watching that last play. This defense right now is pinning their ears back on this area of the field, and they are getting after him quick.
Motion from the back. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Falcons line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Leaves it with the running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Looking to throw. It's Manning. Throws for the tight end. Makes a connection.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. The Cyclones trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cyclones!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that one hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. The run to the left. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the catch down the right side. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Falcons have their offense in high gear. To the ground with the back. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They'll run the screen. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Good, right down the boulevard. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They'll get this drive started from the 29. The give on the option. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Cyclones come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. At the 40, there he goes. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense.
Oh, he's got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Zings it complete to the right. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going. And they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for it all. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. They'll throw it from the red zone. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
That is an example of a defender just stepping up and making a play. Just gave up a big completion down the field. That's not going to happen again. That's not happening on my watch. Right away, that D lineman decides to go after the QB, and he makes a big play.
Here comes the heat, and they get him down.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Iowa State sending the offense back out. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Power football with the run. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability.
There he goes. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. Send the tight end in motion. The give to the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. On the run, it's Moulton. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Yeah, and you got to love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Cyclone! Excellent pass by the back on the option. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And, man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now on 3rd down for this offense. Anderson will throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Falcons will call on their punt team. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And the Cyclones in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give and tick, 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 tick. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game, run the football. Great game, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll take a knee as they keep draining the time off that clock, now under a minute to go. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Now facing a 4th and long. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week,